All right, what's up? How's it going? I am excited today. I'm going to a TEDx Connection event. So I've been working on my TED Talk for the last, I want to say it's been almost 2 or 3 years. And this is like a little snippet of it, is that my main goal or my main idea that I'm spreading is that no matter how far you drop in life, when your life takes you down to zero, you can always make it back up. You can always get back up. You can always succeed. It's a choice. And I say it's a choice because at the end of the day, that's my life. This is my lived experience. And for those of you who know, like I went to prison. When I was in prison, that's as low as it goes for for a black male living in Canada or living in North America. That's pretty low. Because at that point, you're rejected by all of society. You're ostracized. You're taken away for the bad behaviors that you have done. I was listening to someone talk about this, and what they were saying was that they were doing this game where they were in a prison or correctional facility, and they did a game of, it was put your fingers down, not put your fingers down, put your hands down, or step into the middle if you had done this. And so it's like, step in the middle if your crime took less than 60 seconds for you to get here, or it took less than 60 seconds for you to get here. And I realized that, and then everyone stood up, and the speaker came to a realization that, like, oh my gosh, like, in less than 60 seconds you ruined your life. That literally is my life. I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, it took less than 60 seconds to make a decision that literally impacted my life, impacted the victims, impacted everybody that was involved in it. And I look at it from a point of view, it's like, yeah, that happened. So now what do I do with that information? Right? Because it did happen. It happened, but it was in the past. It's no longer me. I'm not that person that did that anymore. I am a new person. I'm a father of 4. I'm a husband. I recently just turned 40. I did that when I was 20. It was 20 years ago, right? Now, mind you, when you're young and dumb, you're gonna do stupid stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the real thing you have to figure out is, like, okay, how are you gonna make this? What are you gonna do about this? So I realized that. So my story is that no matter how far life can take you down, right? You can the bottom of one. Like, your rock bottom is just a valley of another mountaintop, right? Let me repeat that again. Your rock bottom is just a valley of another mountain. And so you can always succeed, you can always push. So anyways, I'm excited to go to this TEDx event. I'm gonna take some pictures and videos and some other stuff while I'm there. Because I do want to document this part, because I think that I'm in, like, there's something that's happening right now. Well, I know something is happening right now. And because something is happening right now, I want to have the documentation, mainly because, you know what, like, the biggest thing I look at it is about everyone that watches this, or anyone that watches this. It's more about my kids. Like, I only wish that I can go backwards in time and see what my dad was thinking, or what my grandfather was thinking, or what my mom was thinking during certain moments in their life. And if I could get that information, I would. So this is information that I really just want my kids to see, and so they can see what I was thinking and how I thought and what I felt like, because this will live. Anyways, catch you in a bit. Peace. What inspired me to come into this TEDx Connection event was I want to meet other TEDx speakers, and I also wanted to know what the selection process was like and what I want to go through. Also, the other thing is, like, I really want to see myself on stage, and in order to see myself on stage, I want to go through every process. So this is part of the process that I believe that I'm going to be taking to get myself on the TEDx stage. I heard about this event. I actually already applied for my TEDx talk, and on applying, I actually got a email back from one of the organizers, Zara, and we booked a call in terms of wanting to hear more about my idea. So when I told her more about my idea, she told me about this connection event and said, hey, are you coming to this connection event? I said, no, but now I am. Being at this connection event, I was able to get one of the cards from a guy that has another event that he does, which is storytelling, which is really cool, because now he's like, I really want to hear your story, come to this event. So just by showing up to this connection event, I have another place where I can go, have another connection event, but also work on my story and continue telling it. I'm in a place where I want to share my story and I want to continue crafting it to the point where it impacts lives. And so I know that I know that's where I'm at. So I have to be in these places where people are sharing stories, but also where people are curating and they're saying, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. So my goal, because I want to be able to share my story, this is the place I need to be at, because I want to make sure that I learned, I took something from it, and I can grow from it. My idea we're spreading is that no matter how far that you go in life, when you hit rock bottom is just a starting point. So for me, I came out of prison. That was my rock bottom. Actually, being in prison was my rock bottom. Seeing a cell, being encaged, and realizing that, you know what, it doesn't get any lower than here. But I didn't allow that to be my ending. That was just the beginning of where I was going to go next. And I realized that. So I didn't come to that realization till, I'd say, 2021. I was incarcerated in 2010. But during my incarceration, I had these thought processes that this is not going to be the ending of my story. This is going to be the beginning of my story. And realizing that rock bottom is the beginning. One of the things I say I've made a couple speeches, but was that my rock bottom is really the valley in terms of the mountaintop that I'm walking to, that I'm climbing. And that's what I realized. So I want to be able to curate that story, put it into a tight message, and give it to everybody. I would describe this moment as another bottom to an eventual mountaintop. And this is just the beginning. Because like I said, when you hit rock bottom, it is the mountain. The mountaintop is only at the top. And I like to look at the back that, like, okay, I get to climb from here. So at this point now, I've applied. I know where I'm at. And I know that whatever happens next, I know that, okay, I'm going to keep on applying, because that is part of my story, which is, it doesn't matter how low I go in life, where I start in life, this is just the beginning of my climb. This is the beginning of the climb to the success, or whatever it is that you're chasing after. So for me, rock bottom is the beginning. This is rock bottom. You get to know how to apply for TEDx. You get to learn how to get into a TEDx event. You get to learn how to curate, write your speech, do everything, how they memorize, how much work does need to put into it. And at that point is, do you actually want to climb that mountain, right? For me, I look at it from like climbing a mountain, like climbing Mount Everest. You got the Sherpa who comes in, they meet you at base camp and they say, okay, here you go. Here's base camp. We got to climb. And as you climb, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. The more altitude you go up, it's going to be harder for you to breathe. It's going to be harder for you to do certain things. But your body's going to adjust. It's going to adapt as you go up. So I realized something here as I'm here is that I'm in base camp. I'm in the beginning. But as I continue going up and as I continue choosing to where I go next, I'm going to get to learn more. And then when I get to that mountaintop, when I get to plate my flag down and say, I'm here, I'm just at the bottom of another goal. So I'm excited for the next steps. So I just finished the connection event. It was really fun, really good. Lots of information was given. I mean, I learned a lot in terms of about becoming a TEDx speaker, what it would take, what you need to do. I think the biggest thing for me is, so I like the fact that they follow a process and they follow a different, like, I know, okay, they're going to select my speech or select my idea. We're spreading by September. It's not just a waiting game, you gotta be patient. But yeah, coming out to an event like this helped me in terms of understanding the process, and also giving me some sort of, I want to say, it's giving me some sort of, not a believable, well, I guess it's believable, but reality that I can do this, because the people that were on stage, regular people that work regular jobs, but had a story, were sharing. And I think it took a little couple points, which was like, the main thing you want to be passionate about is that story that you want to share. And Another thing was like, what were you put on this world to do? And based off of my life, I'm confident that one of the things that I was put on this world to do, one of my missions, is to help people, help people who have hit the bottom. And I think about, all right, I gotta end this video soon because there's not a lot of storage on my phone, and it's also dark. But I really wanted to just talk about the fact that, like, my idea we're spreading is definitely something I'm passionate about, and I want to see this through. I'm excited to get that idea we're spread. And you know what? I'm not gonna wait for a TEDx stage to do it. I'm just gonna start doing it little by little, time by time. Keep on talking about it as I curate this and continue igniting the passion of being able to help people, especially those of you who have hit rock bottom, who have been through the mud and realize that, you know what, this is just the bottom of my next mountaintop. All right, see you. Peace.